Hi all, and welcome back to the Soul Shift channel. I just have to share my thoughts with you about The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. It is an amazing book, and actually one of the very first books I listened to during my process of becoming the best possible version of myself. What I love most about this book is the hope it gives. The hope that you can basically change almost everything in your life using your own brain. And with that said, everything always sounds much simpler in theory. I know very well that change can be a serious struggle. The book explains the 3 steps of the habit loop: the cue, the routine, and the reward. In order to create the new habit, all 3 parts need to be there. First, you need to understand why you do something in the first place, identify the reward it gives you, and then figure out a new routine that can create a similar reward. But according to the book, the most important factor for successful change is belief. One thing that fascinated me a lot while listening to the book was how industries use our habit loops to make us buy more. They study our behaviors in order to build products, stores, and entire business models are designed to make us crave more and consume more. Honestly, no wonder I felt so lost and blamed my own lack of self-discipline for so many years. I remember listening to the book and being deeply impressed by how habits are used in so many different ways. And I have noticed in my own life that the moment something truly becomes a habit, everything suddenly feels much easier. Back when I worked far from home and had an hour and a half drive every morning, I had to leave extremely early in the morning in order to avoid the traffic. My mornings became very structured and routine-based simply because they had to. But I think the most amazing part of the book is that Charles Duhigg identified belief as such an important part of the equation for success. Because if we don't believe, then what is left? And perhaps that is true not only for changing habits, but for life in general. Most likely, beliefs is exactly what is missing many times when I try to change something that I have already convinced myself that I cannot change. Why I think this book became so important to me at the time was because I had not yet realized that I actually could change so much around me using my own capabilities and my own mind. I truly carried the stone in my own pocket, and this book somehow proved it to me. Next time, I will take a deeper dive into gratitude and how I have used this little magic tool to create a major shift in my life. Enjoy your time, and thank you so much for watching, and see you all again soon.